Hello guys and welcome to this channel. I am Akshay JH, and if you guys are new to this channel, I am going to give you an introduction that this channel is going to be about UI designing. You may already know that by the name of the video, because that will be something related to UI designing. And what we are going to do is, if you are a returning subscriber from Tvac Studio, we actually do a lot of stuff on Tvac Studio related to development in Android and web, and whatever we do over there, we are going to do the design for those applications in this channel. So this is the first video that is related to designing the very upcoming app. So we have two apps planned for these 2 months. One is the blog application, another one is the chat application. So we will have both of those applications designed in this channel. Basically this won't be a tutorial type, but we are going to use the material design and build a very simple UI for our app. So I'm going to show you how I do that over here. I won't be doing much an explanation for this, but I will give you a lot of tips that I think if you are new to the design part, those are pretty necessary for Android. Our app will totally be based on material design, so we are not going to create not even single element. We may need to create a few bits of elements, but most of them will be provided by Google, and we'll just copy and paste those elements and we will modify them for our need. All right, let's get started. First of all, first thing first, I got my XD design over here. I'm going to open up a custom design, and I'm going to create a new artboard, not the iPhone size, the Android mobile size over here. This is going to be an home page. So let me just tell you a little bit about our blog app. This is going to be an app where user can post stuff online. He can post photo, description, then some other users can like, comment and share. That's basically the idea of it. So what our blog app will have is a bottom navigation bar with three tabs. One is going to be the main home page, the notification and the accounts. These are the three tabs that we are going to have based on material design. All right, so we will need the material design guidelines. So if you are new, let's check that out and let's see what we get right over there. All right, so if you go to material.io, this is the website for everything. I mean, like literally for everything. Google provides total solution for their products. Even if you are a designer or a developer or a consumer, Google has everything for their products. All right, if you go to material.io, they have material components. If you open that up, there it says the section Android, iOS, web. If you go to web section, they got some really good like pre-developed material design components. You can use that if you are a developer. Let's go to the component section. I'm going to show you a few of these. If you go to the cards, you can see that they got the card over here. They have already designed this. You can copy paste the code and you can customize. The article is totally related to it. There is detailed documentation on that. You can see how to get started. So if you are a web designer, pretty great stuff to have for your website, the component design. Anyways, since we are more into Android right now, I'm going to go to the Android section. So here it says again components, and what we need right now is, if you open up the app bar, they show us the app bar, but more of like what we need is the guidelines, not how the app bar looks like. So if you scroll down a little bit, it says material design guidelines for app bars. If you tap on that, you see it opens up a page that says material.io guidelines, layout structure, stuff like that. They have some really good guidelines for all the stuff. But if you come down to component section, there they have the guidelines for each and every component in Android. I mean, like starting from the bottom navigation, because that's our first component we are going to require for our app. They got like everything that we need to know before we get started with designing that. So don't use for 2, use for 3 items or up to 5 items. Here comes a thing like Google suggests to use tabs for 2 tabs. If you have, you use the tab layout. If you have 3 to 5, you use the bottom navigation. If you have more than that, you use the app drawer, the sidebar drawer. All right, but if you see WhatsApp, they've used 4 tabs over here for 4 different pages, because people like to break the guidelines. People like to use their own custom way of using those things that Google provide. But that doesn't mean that we cannot use Google's material design without following the guidelines over here. All right, so you can tweak the guidelines a little bit according to our requirement. If they say like you can only use for 3, use it for 2. I mean, like, don't use it for 2. But anyways, so we got ourselves pretty great UI. Anyways, we're not gonna look at it. I already know what this stuff is about. I have all planned in my mind. Anyways, so let's go back to our Adobe XD and let's start working on our page. I'm gonna go to get UI kits Google material because I'd like to just copy paste all the stuff. Here's a great thing I'm going to show you right over here. If you are new, if you are like an experienced designer, you might want to comment out some bad stuff about this video that you already know. But if you don't know, then you can listen to this. You see the file size for Adobe, the Sketch, Adobe XD, the After Effects, Photoshop, Illustration. You see the difference of file size in Adobe XD and rest of it. Like, I mean, like there's 10 times difference in the file size, even the load size for those components. That is the one of the great reasons to use Adobe XD. If you open up a saved file, you just double click on it. It hardly takes 2 to 3 seconds. It opens up the document. You use Photoshop or Illustrator, it takes about hours to open that up. Let's download the Adobe XD file. I'm gonna click on that. You see, count 1. See, 1 second. And let's zoom in over here. They got some pretty great stuff for us to copy. We can copy a lot of stuff from here for our app. We don't need to create everything by ourselves. I mean, like, they got pretty good stuff. You need a Roboto font if you are working with material design. You can change the fonts, but if you are developing it for older versions of Android, changing fonts is hectic, a lot hectic than we may see it like. Anyways, let's download Roboto font because that is one of the requirements. So for downloading the font, the advice is from design.google.com. It's basically available on material.io. Both of the sites are same except for the fact that this contains the library, news and jobs and other stuff, but basically the guidelines and tools are on both of the websites. So say for example, if you want to use fonts, there it is, fonts. You click on Roboto, it'll open that up, or you can search any font you want. There are like thousands of fonts, I guarantee, on this website. Okay, so you click on that, you select this font, you can download this font from this button, and if you want to use it for your web, all you need to do, if you don't know, only then this is for you. Well, let's keep skipping. Anyways, so you go to customize, you select the font weight that is required, but make sure that you are only selecting very limited number because that also increases the load time of the web. Alright, so using it according to your requirement, then you just go to embed, copy this link before your style sheet, use the font family in your style sheet. Pretty easy stuff. Right, so I have already installed this font, so I don't need to download it again. And let me go back. So starting off with the design, we need a bottom navigation bar, and sadly, if you go back to the this area over here, you see that they have a list of components, great list of components. You'll find all those components over here except for the bottom navigation. Nope, wait a second. What do we know? I'm not gonna laugh anymore. I never saw this. Anyways, so we have the bottom navigation over here as well. Okay, let me just copy this. I need the navigation bar as well. Okay, so let me just copy this toolbar, go back to our page, paste it right over here, and we need the navigation bar. Let's copy the navigation bar because I'd like to show it over here, though this is just a design, nothing matters over here because this is handled by Android Studio, I mean the Android system itself, sadly. Anyways, so here's the thing, we need 3 tabs. The home, middle one is going to be notifications, and the account. Okay, so I am going to rename this stuff home, and whoever the designer of Google is, he needs to know that the text alignment is pretty necessary, and he hasn't aligned the text at center. Since he has placed it aligned to the icons at center, he also need to align it over here. So as you can see that when we renamed the text, just the position from left was just over there, but if he would have aligned it at center over here, you see that now I rename it to anything I want, the text position from center stays right over here. That's what a designer wants when he is redoing the stuff. I'm not getting angry or something, but I'm just advising you guys that if you are a designer, text alignment is necessary. Always keep that in mind. Though these guys have done some really good job providing the UI, I mean, like, our work cannot be any easier than this. You guys know that. I'm not gonna mess with any of these things. I'm gonna leave it for later purpose. Let's just worry about the rest of the stuff. All right, so first thing is the status bar, action bar, and our blog. All right, then we will change these things at last. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna copy the status bar and notification bar. I already know where these stuff are. I'm just kidding about not knowing these stuff or not. Let's remove the unnecessary, unwanted things. Place it over here. Our app name that you don't know yet, even I didn't know before typing in over here. This thing is not planned at all. Let me just say that this thing is not planned. We are just going it directly because we don't have much time. People are requesting the tutorials very fast, and I need to record for development as well. So we are going to work on these things really fast. I'm trying to post videos every 1 or 2 days, but sometimes things just go wrong. I mean, like, even this tutorial, I'm recording it third time. First time I forgot to record the audio. Second time I forgot the audio was recording, but somehow the voice was just getting too loud and too noisy. I mean, like, even noisier. Then we can fix that in post-processing. Let's hope nothing goes wrong right now. Okay, let's copy. I mean, let's change the design for the color for our app. I am not going to use this purple default one. So as always, being a Google's consumer and a designer, Google may have provided us something for colors as well. You see this thing? Color tool. I mean, like, Google makes things so easy for the designers and developers. Anyways, I am going to choose bluish kind of color, and that is going to be around somewhere. This color looks pretty nice. So if you just select the color, you know that they have already provided you the primary color and the primary dark. Now all we need to do is we need a secondary color. This looks pretty nice. All colors ready. We just copy, start pasting those colors. So we got our app bar. Okay, paste the primary color over here, the secondary primary dark color over here. Though we don't need the secondary color yet, we will be needing it in future. I'm going to keep that page opened up. You see that this shows us to use black text for this one. If you go further, the white text is used for this. That's where we are going to break the guideline rule, the color guideline rule. We are going to use white text on this color because this is visible, but the contrast is a little bit low than the other color that they are showing it in the color tool. Doesn't matter to us because this is visible from a normal eye and it's totally fine. Okay, in components list, now the other thing that is required, which is the card view for our list of blog. Card view is the best thing to use right now, though they may say the limitations of card view in this section over here, but I'm sure that we can use card views for the blogging purpose. If you guys don't know what card view is, you can check this page out. All right. And what? I mean, like, Google knew that we are going to create a blog app, so let's provide them a UI that they need. The username, the profile pic, the date, description, photo, like, share, and comment button. I mean, like, that's exactly what we need. I was planning to do, let me tell you one thing. I was planning to have the like button over here with the likes count, the comment, and then the share like we have in Instagram. But this thing looks pretty nice itself. I'm going to use this layout, exactly this layout. Let's copy the card view that Google said that we will need for our blogging purpose, and they said like you can use this. So like they know that people will use this thing, so they don't need to create it by themselves. We know that they are going to use that, so let's just provide them. Okay, change the title to username. I'm not gonna paste in some images right now because that'll be done later. So January, what date is today? What? I mean, like, my mind is in 2017 right now. I was trying to type 2017, but my fingers are already in 2019. I'm not focused on present right now. Let's remove those actions, and I'm gonna implement these actions over here. See, plant. I knew that there are some buttons over there, and I'm going to then reduce it over here. So if you guys hear some background noises, I'm really sorry about that. We don't need a bookmark button, we only need a comment button. Where we are going to find that? We already know where we are going to find that, and that is at the design.google.com. Everything that we need is provided by Google. So icons, there we have it. We have over 900 icons provided by Google, and yet they are adding more and more every few days. I mean, like, they can stop. They have everything that we need in these icons. So we right now need a comment. So I'm going to type out comment. We got the comment icon. One thing that I want to tell you guys is that sometimes if you're trying to find an icon and the result shows nothing, that means you are finding, you are typing out the wrong word. There's icon for literally everything. Let's say I type in user. And you see that we don't get an icon for user, but they have an icon for user. The only thing is that we are typing it out wrong. They have some new spelling for this word. You see? The person icon is that what we require in, oh sorry, we don't need that. I was just showing you it as an example. Let's go back and check the comment icon, and I'm going to download a PNG, black color PNG 24dp, because that is required. I'm going to get serious right now, and I'm going to use the Android one HDPI. I'm going to extract it to my desktop or the document where we are saving this file, and right now we are not saving this file anywhere, so we need to save this file. And this is going to be blog app UI, and the name is going to be save01. It is saved. Now we can extract our icon right near over here. Since we are going to have many icons, I'm going to create a new folder for that, and let's open up our archived file and let's extract the icon. Then we can drag and drop the icon over here, place it somewhere around here. I'm going to go a little bit faster because I want to end this tutorial really soon. We have put it at right place. Now I am going to remove this bookmark icon. I'm going to group this one. I'm going to call it IC comment. I'm just trying to match with other icons, and as you can see that the other icons are black color as well. All they have done is they decreased the opacity of that, so we can do the same thing for this one. Okay, and now I am going to place this one around here, and I am going to add a text to it so that we can show the count, and make sure that we have changed the font. I'm going to use a medium font and the size a lot smaller. Okay, put it somewhere around here, the icon a little bit further, and I'm going to put, then just duplicate and I'm going to use one for the lights as well. So total number of lights should show over there as well, and share button can go around here. Okay, and then I'm gonna just put these numbers in the groups that they should be. We got ourselves the card. Okay, next thing, I'm gonna use the repeat grid and just simply drag out the second one. We created the second grid as well, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the app bar and this bar over the card view, so that we got, sorry, the nav bar should be above the toolbar, so we got ourselves these two card views without doing any work, just modifying the components provided by Google. We have created a very good looking page, though we haven't yet changed the actions for these, the icons for these. You can get those icons on the website the design.google.com/icons. All we need to do now is just replace the images. So I hope you can do that by yourself. We'll pause this video right over here, and in next part we'll continue it from here, creating the rest of the pages, adding the images, adding the icons, and probably in the next two parts we will finish our blog app, and then we can move to the development and also the chat application as well. So I hope you guys like this video. This was not a tutorial. You cannot say that this was a tutorial. This was just me doing the work for our next app. So if you guys are new, you can like the video, subscribe to our channel, and if you guys want the basics tutorials for Adobe XD, subscribe the channel. We'll be posting those tutorials really soon. We'll design some good stuff from scratch, and till the next time, keep watching, keep learning.